Well, let's start together.
And failure. About success and failure. Lesson 40. Cause and effect. The word cause is primarily used with negative results.
The word cause is primarily used with negative results.
A storm can cause damage.
A storm can cause damage.
A mechanical defect can cause a problem.
A mechanical defect can cause a problem.
Unclear instructions can cause confusion.
Unclear instructions can cause confusion.
A political scandal can cause an uproar.
A political scandal can cause an uproar.
A strong negative reaction or manifestation from the public.
A strong negative reaction or manifestation from public.
A high-risk sport can cause injury.
A high-risk sport can cause injury.
And an infection in a hospital can cause death.
And an infection in a hospital can cause death.
You can describe something as cause for concern or cause for alarm.
You can describe something as cause for concern or cause for alarm,
meaning a reason for concern or alarm.
meaning a reason for concern or alarm.
For example, the growing number of teenagers dropping out of school is cause for concern.
The growing number of teenagers dropping out of school is cause for concern.
The word alarm is a little stronger and more urgent.
The word alarm is a little stronger and more urgent.
The rapid spread of the virus is cause for alarm.
The rapid spread of the virus is cause for alarm.
One of the only positive collocations with cause is cause for celebration.
One of the only positive collocations with cause is cause for celebration.
The opening of the new school was cause for celebration in the community.
The opening of the new school was cause for celebration in the community.
When analyzing a problem, you can identify the main or primary cause of the issue.
You can identify the main or primary cause of the issue.
But keep in mind that there may be hidden or underlying causes as well.
But keep in mind that there may be hidden or underlying causes as well.
The deepest or most fundamental cause is sometimes called the root cause.
The deepest or most fundamental cause is sometimes called the root cause. What? Cái gì vậy?
Interestingly, we do not use the verb cause together with effect.
Interestingly, we do not use the verb cause together with effect.
Instead, we say that something has an effect.
Instead, we say that something has an effect.
For example, television has a strong effect on public opinion.
For example, television has a strong effect on public opinion.
Another way to say a strong effect is the expression a significant impact or a profound impact.
Another way to say a strong effect is the expression a significant impact or a profound impact.
There are many different ways to describe effects.
There are many different ways to describe effect.
Short-term or long-term effects
Short-term versus long-term effect.
describe the time of the effect.
Describe the time of the effect.
The expressions visible effects or subtle effects
Visible effect versus subtle effects.
describe whether or not the effects are obvious.
Describe whether or not the effects are obvious.
The collocations powerful effect and minimal or negligible effect describe how strong the effect was.
Powerful effect versus minimal or negligible effects describe how strong the effect was.
You can say beneficial effect or adverse effect.
Beneficial effect versus adverse effect.
To describe positive and negative effects.
To describe positive and negative effects.
And main effect or side effect.
Main effect versus side effect.
To describe the primary effect or an additional effect.
To describe the primary effect or an additional effect.
Something can also have or produce results.
Something can also have produce effects. Something can also have or produce results.
Or produce results.
Results.
The preliminary results are
The preliminary
results are the early ones. The preliminary results
The preliminary results
are the early ones.
Are the early ones.
And after more time passes,
And after more time passes,
you'll get the final results.
You'll get the final results.
Results that obviously exist and
Results can obviously exist.
Can be proved are called concrete or tangible results.
Results that obviously exist and can be proved are called concrete or tangible results.
And a result that is impossible to avoid is an inevitable result.
And a result that is impossible to avoid is an inevitable result.
Results can also be direct or indirect.
Results can also be direct or indirect.
And the result that you want is called the desired result.
And the result that one is called the desired result.
One word that is similar to result is outcome.
One word that is similar to result is outcome.
It describes a resulting situation.
It describes a resulting situation. A word that is similar to result is outcome. It describes a resulting situation.
You can try to guess the likely or probable outcome.
You can try to guess the likely or probable outcome.
The logical outcome is the result you would expect. And
the logical outcome is the result you could expect.
And an unexpected outcome is one you didn't predict.
An unexpected outcome is one you didn't predict.
Now listen and repeat to practice your pronunciation of the collocations in this lesson. Cause damage.
Cause damage.
Cause a problem.
Cause a problem.
Cause confusion.
Cause confusion.
Cause an uproar.
Cause an uproar.
Cause injury.
Cause injury.
Cause death.
Cause death.
Cause for concern.
Cause for concern.
Cause for alarm.
Cause for alarm.
Cause for celebration.
Cause for celebration.
Main or primary cause.
Main or primary cause,
hidden or underlying cause,
hidden or underlying cause,
root cause,
root cause,
has a strong effect,
has a strong effect,
a significant impact,
a significant impact,
a profound impact,
a profound impact,
short-term effects,
short-term effects,
long-term effects,
long-term effects,
visible effects,
visible effects,
subtle effects,
subtle effects,
powerful effect,
powerful effect,
minimal or negligible effect,
minimal or negligible effect,
beneficial effect,
beneficial effect,
adverse effect,
adverse effect,
main effect,
main effect,
side effect,
side effect,
have or produce results,
have a produced result,
preliminary results,
preliminary result,
final results,
final result,
concrete or tangible results,
concrete or tangible results,
inevitable result,
inevitable results,
direct or indirect results,
direct or indirect result,
the desired result,
the desired result,
the likely or probable outcome,
the likely or probable outcome,
the logical outcome,
the logical outcome,
unexpected outcome.
unexpected outcome.
Now take the quiz to test your knowledge of the collocations about.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.